about to go and meet with River. He's rang us with a bit of a problem. I don't really know what it's going to involve. Maybe he's in trouble with the police force after he tried to go to internal affairs. And it failed as we told him it probably would. So we'll just catch up here. So NCPD Boy in Blue gives you a holler and you come running like an obedient dog. This ain't going to become a habit, is it? Whatever. Sounds like he's got an errand for you. Real personal kind. At least it's better than chasing dead politicians. Just do me a favour, don't get used to it. Alright. Johnny doesn't like him. Fair enough. I'm sure we've read this. Okay, I'm actually going to walk there because I didn't realise that it was really nearby. I think we get to walk through the park again, which is the place to be. And this view at night is kind of amazing. With all the AVs going over. Now we did actually read about this place. It's Memorial Park. I forgot about that. So it's like a memorial to the tens of thousands of people that Johnny Silverhand killed when he set that nuke off. Or when him and his group set the nuke off, right? It's not just him on his own, as much as he'd like to take credit for it. Don't mind me, Tinos. You're dancing to the news, guys. Fair enough. They might just be really into politics, you know? Okay, this is the way we came in, right? I didn't really buy anything from the Corpo fashion shop. No, I did a bit of save scumming to see how things look, because you can't really preview how the clothes are going to look, and most of them just looks kind of awful. Hi, mate. They don't suit our image. We look too edge runnery now. So dressing up fancy corpo with our kind of like short hair like this and the tattoos and yeah, just none of it looked right.
The NCPD is watching. Over 70% of Night City is under drone surveillance.
And I meant to say actually the quest that I wasn't sure how it was going to appear has appeared near our apartment. So I don't know what state it's going to be in, considering we went in that apartment that the quest is clearly to do with. I thought River said we needed to meet him at night, but so many lights.
Hello, I was just on the line with Candace, but the call dropped. Okay, Nanda, listen. I've been trying to file a complaint for an hour. Yes, my adrenaline generator. Had it put in last week. Well, it's not working. Not generating a damn molecule. I reset it 10 times. I just want to file a complaint. It is all under warranty.
Oh dear.
Wait. How is it not covered? What's not covered? A faulty implant?
Poor Caden.
So what if I take meds? What's depression got to do with your generator? No. This isn't out. Hello?
Oh dear.
Hello?
Lucky Caden.
Yes, I'll wait. Yes, I'll press 1 to speak to an operator. Christ! What a fucking circus!
despejando las zonas de antecedentes de las ideas de trauma team. No nos hacemos responsables por choques.
I don't know what it is, but I don't relate to anything more than just unhinged, incomprehensible anger and frustration. And then when you see someone else going through the same thing, it resonates like nothing else. Ah, Jesus.
Si el mundo necesita un líder, Arasaka Corporation estará un meteor.
I don't know, I just feel like there's something really British about absolutely hating like the conformity, but and like it driving you to absolute apoplectic rage, but still doing it. You, like that guy then waiting in the queue and everything, and waiting on the line while wanting to kill someone, but still doing it. There's just something about that that like speaks to my soul. Ugh. Officer.
So aggressive.
He sounded like he liked it. Christ! God! Alright, we're gonna sit on the curb, apparently.
Well, this is the place. Tick, 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 tick.
The cult-hit musical Corporate Wars is back in theaters near you.
River?
How you holding up?
What's up?
Been better. I know. Probably not hard to tell.
Nice ride. Brand new?
Nope,
It's the one he had last
Not
time,
in a
right?
chatty mood, I see.
not really. Sorry.
What's up with the audio?
So, what happened?
Needed someone to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
First, take a look.
There we go.
Hello, my name is Arif Iqbal, and this is WNS News.
Let's just be
Today's
patient.
story. A routine roadside inspection led the NCPD to the trail of a dangerous abductor and murderer.
There's something to do with the
The
mayor?
incident occurred at the intersection of 7th and 15th Avenue. The following police footage was captured at the scene.
1038, I repeat at 1038. Registration 2AA6244. We're exiting our vehicle now.
Anthony Harris, suspect in
Out of the
question.
car! Hands up!
Easy, officer. Relax.
Shut your mouth! Oh, shit. We have a 1053 and a 1054. I repeat, a 1053
Oh, buddy.
and a 1054.
Just tried to run away.
The boy from the footage is LeVar Martinez, age 17. His parents reported his disappearance over a month ago. Unfortunately, LeVar's life could not be saved. His body could not withstand the severe septic shock he suffered. Autopsy reports revealed the teenager was given dangerously high levels of hormones, anabolic steroids, and stimulants. The
Jesus.
possessions and genetic material of 7 other missing teens were also found in the car,
Oh,
belonging to
what?
one Anthony Harris. Unfortunately, their fates remain unknown. Although the criminal widely known as Peter Pan survived the gunshot, he has not regained consciousness, making interrogation impossible. Please stay tuned to WNS News for developments.
So are
in
you
the
looking for
story.
this? Were you looking for this guy?
This Peter Pan, he an old case? You were looking for him?
Never heard of him. Didn't cross my desk.
Oh. So, yeah, they've caught him then.
What's the problem if they caught the guy?
My nephew, Randy, disappeared not long past. And what you just saw, the kid was wearing Randy's shoes.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you sure? So, what was it? 7 other boys of that kind of late teenage?
Randy's disappearance. Know anything else?
My sister and I don't get along that well. I don't know much. Just wish I could have been there for her when she needed it most.
Maybe because it's too personal, he's not been assigned to the case.
What, they figured you'd get emotional and kept you off the case?
More like a restraining order. Won't let me anywhere near it. Gonagle took the lead on it. Lazy-ass gonk. And so far, he ain't accomplished shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't let it go either.
No way I'd let this lie.
I know. And that's why I'm asking for your help.
So what do we need to do?
Can't interrogate the guy because he's a veg, but
Oh,
we can view his dreams.
Sorry, dreams?
really?
You heard me. Come on, I'll explain on the way. It's an experimental procedure, but it's already yielding results. They
What,
record dreams that can be played back as BDs.
What? Even...
Got access to these dreams?
Not yet, but they keep them in the lab we're headed to now.
Don't mind us, traffic. Okay, so he's in a vegetative state. In a coma, I guess. But they can still maybe scroll a BD. Interesting.
Okay. Got an appointment?
Not exactly. We'll go in together, but
But
not
what?
through the main entrance.
Oh, we're gonna break the law.
We'll find a different way in, and then hustle out quick. Never actually been here, so I'll need your help.
Man, he's not telling us the whole story here. There's a firefight nearby. That said Jefferson Peralez then on the news. Alright, big man, let's see how we can get in. I mean, I'll follow the cursor, but...
¿Necesitas lana? Vende un riñón. ¿Necesitas un riñón nuevo? Consigue el tuyo ya en la clínica de Naumann.
Okay. Not got enough technical ability. Can't hack the door. Maybe get up on the roof. Oh, hello. Oh, a latte. I thought it was an electrical box. Alright, don't mind me. Is that a tarot? Damn it. Oh, Matt, honestly. There we go. Shutters? No. I really can't see a way in. Oh, hello. Oh no, it was just reflecting. Okay, here we go.
we find our entrance.
They have an audit today. Should be a ghost town. No need to be quiet.
How'd you know about the audit?
I did my homework.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn the mark. Oh, I changed my
Know
clothes.
where they're keeping the BD?
Likely the room where they edit the autistic kid's dreams. Should be labeled as Anthony Harris.
Autistic kids' dreams. Alright. Use Kuroshi to find the right cabinet.
A few of these rooms we probably don't have to bother with.
Oh, contraire. Confidential audit, a list of tasks to check on day 1. No way! BB! This device stimulates conditions in the uterus, maintains the life, the BB, and detects BTs. Blue!
Locked. Can't get in.
Wow. Awesome. HR documents.
Nothing here. No sign of any BDs.
Let's have a look. Messages. Security update. Important. Nomi Redweed. To the research team. I'd like to remind everyone of the upcoming audit and changes in security. I'm willing to answer any immediate questions you might have. As you're aware, we've had complaints from the NCPD, I know, but we will have to follow the new guidelines. There's no wiggle room on this.
They definitely don't store any
At a
BDs
time
in this area.
to be decided later, you will all get your new double verification access signatures. You will each receive individual emails with the relevant details. No more of that reply all funny business. Until then, continue your work as normal, of course, excluding the day we have assigned for the audit. Have a nice day, security. A small step for science, a giant leap for humankind. Good morning all. From Eugene Kuzma to the research team. I'd like to congratulate our very own Dr. Yarwin Packard on the recent strides she's made in the field of pediatric autism therapy.
Keep looking.
Yeah, alright, River. Her invaluable work has paved the way for more effective therapy applications than the established behavioral methods TEACH, ESDM, and RDI, clearly surpassing all supportive methods, e.g. sensory integration, and substantially building upon traditional approaches such as music therapy. I speak for all of us when I say we are extremely proud of Dr. Packard's scientific achievements, but also, more importantly, proud to see the huge inflow of warm letters from happy parents. Keep up the great work, everyone. Eugene Kuzma.
Brain dance case.
Interesting. Project decisions for the next quarter. Important. From Yolanda Castaneda. The following projects have been greenlit even, to continue next quarter. Neurotransmitters and selective countermeasures in combating the effects of stress, cyberpsychosis, audiovisual stimulation in autism therapy, limited environmental stimulation as treatment for antisocial behavior. We've decided to suspend research on transcendental meditation. All those involved on the project will soon receive a more detailed report about the indefinite suspension and information regarding new project allocations. Important from Cy Swearingen. Dear team, I like to beat around the bush as much as the next guy, but I'm afraid I don't have that luxury this time. First off, you all remember that framed quote I used to have in my office, never trust a person who's never tried to steal. Well, it seems someone took that sentiment too much to heart. Now, don't panic. It wasn't the quote that was stolen, it's safely at home. Rather, it appears a staff member has taken our neurotransmitter research files from the facility with the likely intent of selling them to a third party. As such, all lab employees will be required to take a polygraph before leaving the facility, led by our own Dr. Al Taliva. That is very illegal. A polygraph test? If Al finds anything troubling from your tests, the next course of action will be a termination, legal action, or both. No jokes, I mean this in all seriousness. Let me emphasize, do the polygraph before leaving work, then you're free to get in your naps, showers, lap dances, or whatever it is you people do in your off hours. Have a pleasant day, Sai. That's so illegal. Well, I guess not in the context of this universe, but yeah. This week's audit. As many of you know, this week's audit is simply a formality. We are required by law to periodically evaluate current laboratory safeguards for effectiveness and future modernization efforts. Remember that this audit is as beneficial for the city's bookkeeping as it is to keep you and your research safe. We're all playing for the same team here. Please just treat this as a mandatory day off. Best regards, Anna Fasting, City Auditor. Interesting. So we're doing lots of different research, various different areas. The one of interest to us is the pediatric autism one, I guess. Is it? What am I talking about? No, that's not the one of interest to us. That's just what River mentioned on the way in. That's one of the main things that they study here, I guess. So they had a security breach, I guess. Someone's trying to sell their research. Yeah. Okay. Patient transported to hospital 18 minutes after suffering missile wound to the head. As the missile penetrated multiple brain layers, a temporary pulse cavity immediately followed. Due to rapid intervention, intracranial pressure was reduced and inflammatory damage to brain tissue was avoided. Despite successful intervention, the patient remains in a coma with estimated chances of waking only at 0.6%. In the event the patient does wake, likely complications may include paralysis in the right side of his body, vision impairment, speech impairment, and cognitive disorders. Estimated value for NCPD investigation near zero. Subject AH report filed to NCPD. Interesting. Novel phobia. Fear of the number 91. Okay. In recent years, the list of commonly feared numbers, such as 4, 13, and 66, has grown to now officially include the number 91. While the phobias of other numbers have origins well studied by science, I know, I understand. This is a studio reference, isn't it? Right? It was because when Cyberpunk kept getting delayed, it was always 91 days before the release date, because I think it's 91 days is the amount of time a game needs before it gets declared gold. I think that's what this is about. It has to be it. The number 91, right? Tetraphobia derives from the fact that the Chinese words for death and 4 sound similar. We can still only hypothesize about the rise of 91. I distinctly remember this thing with 91 being something everyone would watch on Twitter, when it was on like 92 days before whichever release date, and then it would get changed the next day. Patients afflicted by a phobia of the number 91 often complain of recurring nightmares in which a giant countdown reaches 91 then suddenly stops. When they attempt to restart the countdown, it transforms into a bright yellow board with vermin crawling all over it. Okay, yellow. Yep, yeah. This shared experience has already spawned unproven conspiracy theories which, among other things, claim that the dreams are transmitted via either electromagnetic waves, digitized minds of mysterious netrunner sect, rogue artificial intelligences, or classified nanochips installed by Night Corp agents. None of these outlandish ideas contain a grain of truth, of course, so what is it that causes the phobia to manifest such intense reactions? That much yet remains unknown, but as so many scientists often claim, the truth is out there. So without full knowledge of the phobia's origin and its underlying factors, how can you treat it? Studies thus far have shown promising results for conditioning patients via induced dream states in which the number 91 is inverted to the number 19. Although this method remains in clinical trials, experts optimistic the 91% success rate will only continue to improve. Jesus. That's funny. Alright. The river's in there, so we'll look everywhere else, essentially. That was a way in, I guess. Got some shards, some loot. Teachings of the Temple, excerpts. The welcome truth that sleep and death are twin sisters. Beneficent, healing and vivifying, is gradually making its way through the scientific as well as the religious world, bearing on its Winos faith and trust in the fundamental lays of life which underlie all phenomena, and casting down forever the great Moloch of fear which stands at the gate of all men's minds, ready to devour each child of hope which has been conceived and born in the joy of life. Time and space are annihilated in dream life because of the rapid action of the energy of mind when freed from the bonds of matter. And life in a state of dream is a foretaste of what life may be when the coarser grades of matter which now hold the embryonic God-man in bondage are refined. And the energy which now must act under all the difficulties man has ignorantly thrown up by unnatural, unwise methods and practices through countless incarnations will then be guided and controlled by the higher or spiritual will of man, for the perfecting of a body as much superior to the bodies of the present races of mankind as the latter are superior to those of the animal creation. It's a little cryptic the way it's phrased. That's phrased in a talking down kind of way. It's written in a I know the truth, you don't, you pleb kind of way. Right? I think it's yeah, I guess it's trying to say what existence might be like when the bonds of matter, when the physical world is taken away. It's an experience in that you can actually get through certain hallucinogenic experiences, right? So to exist outside of time in a practical sense, you need to remove all perceptions of time, right? So if you remove your ability to perceive time, then you can exist outside of it, or get the feeling as if you're existing outside of it. And it's the experience that's an experience you can get with things like mescaline or psilocybin and stuff, where your perception of time feels greatly altered, and therefore you would be existing outside the physical world, because the physical world is how you perceive time, right? Through your own body, through the environment, whether it's your own tiredness, your own hunger, the sun rising and setting, etc. Oh, there was a computer in that last room. I don't know if they'll all have the same emails on. Security update. Yeah. Yep, the same. Ah, this isn't the same. I just saw the email. I'm so sorry to hear they cut your project. If it's any consolation, I've tried to apply your methods to my personal time, and I feel like my creativity is on a whole other level. Seriously, I really hope this is just temporary and they reinstate the project, though I've got bad feelings since Dr. Lynch's departure. There just hasn't been the same support. Hang in there, Caroline, don't lose hope. So that's Caroline, I guess, was one of the researchers, one of the people researching transcendental, was it meditation? Yep. Yeah, that's a repeat. Yeah, that's a fear of the 91 again. No, from Caroline. Lol, and just remember not to mention the latest study to those NCPD slug brains, because they just wouldn't understand it anyway. A repeat. a repeat. She didn't have any files. If this is Caroline's office. Let me in! Might as well have a cheeky look in the mirror. We look good. I changed my trousers. Thank you. Yeah, let's check the reception desk. Jesus, man. Outer space. My life in orbit. What's life in space like? Comfortable. Of course, not everything's a bed of roses. Gravity below 1G isn't great for your bones or muscles. Synthesized food isn't to die for, and stuff from Earth is as rare as it is expensive. If you live in a private orbital station, congrats, you're richer than me. You always see the same faces, but if you live in a hybrid station like Crystal Palace, you'll have to live with corpo wrap bachelor parties every weekend. But don't let that put you off. There are more upsides than downsides to living in orbit. First of all, safety. To get into orbit, you need a lot of zeros in your bank account, which means you won't see legions of homeless people, scared out gangsters, or aggressive joy toys, the exception to that being the lunar colonies, but no self-respecting orbital dweller would ever set foot there. In other words, you can walk outside at night unarmed, without security, and come back home in one piece, wallet undisturbed. Amazing, right? Secondly, quality of service. Anyone in the customer service sector had to rack up an enormous debt to come up here. Their only hope to pay it off within their lifetimes is to rake in a lot, and I mean a lot, of tips, which means they'll bend over backwards to satisfy every whim. If you're an employer, you don't have to worry about that employee you just hired and trained at your expense will suddenly quit and go work for the competition for a few extra eddies a week. Exploitation, in other words, right? Many stations, especially the private ones, simply don't have competition, and if they do, it's basically negligible. Agreements can be made so situations like that don't occur. Thirdly, and most importantly, no government can tell you what to do here, where and how. Orbital stations are autonomous and governed by their own laws. And there aren't that many of them. If you can afford your own station, you're the undisputed lord and master of your little corner of space. You want to tie the help up to a whipping post when they make a mistake? Go right ahead. Want 5 wives or 4 husbands? I'm sure you'll have a line of willing volunteers. Yeah, that is scary. Stop shooting each other! Hello. Search how to prepare for an audit. Hang on. A small step for science. Yeah, that's a repeat. Seriously, man. Based on the latest research on the subject, it appears the patient suffers from relapses of antisocial behaviours. The recommended treatment approach is limited environmental stimulation and increased doses of neuroleptics. See treatment details in attachment. I'll remind you this is not an isolated case, but a fairly common problem among members of MaxTac. The NCPD is pushing for more resources put into cyberpsychosis research, but our facility simply can't accommodate an uptick right now. And a friendly reminder, please email your applications for overtime next quarter by no later than tomorrow. That was a repeat, the last one. Braindance conditioning in cyberpsychos. Studies that use brain imaging methodologies have shown a progressive reduction in brain volume, but a swelling of the ventricular system and the volume of cerebrospinal fluid produced in people who suffer from cyberpsychosis. Other studies have found differences in the degree of cortical nerve cell depletion between stage 1 cyberpsychosis patients treated pharmaceutically and those who receive braindance conditioning. Increased loss of cortical nerve cells was detected in those using pharmaceutical treatment, from which it has been concluded that braindance conditioning has a neuroprotective effect. Interesting. This experiment's results should be taken into account when implementing braindance conditioning methods in locations with minimal environmental stimulation present. Okay, so it can help them cope with cyberpsychosis. And there's the number 91 again. I'm coming, River. Thank you. Trail of spilled whiskey. Yeah, that's a repeat, that's a repeat, that's a repeat. Audit round the corner. What's up, Tombster? From Seth to Sai. You know about that audit? You know that about that audit in your lab is coming up, right? Maybe get those invoices for Woo all squared away, eh? Don't you got enough of your own paperwork to push around? Leave the invoices for Woo to me. I'll make sure our little piggies don't go hungry. Interesting. Maybe a private client? Brain dance treatment. Activity in a developing brain is higher compared to that in a mature brain. This greater capacity to establish neural connections and reorganize cortical and subcortical brain structures allows for substantial compensating abilities, even in circumstances of extensive brain damage. Unfortunately, in the case of children on the autism spectrum, the problem is one of hyperactivity. An overabundance of firing synapses results in synaptic communication disorders. This study compared children on the autistic spectrum who didn't receive any preventative measures with those who received early brain dance therapy. Initial findings suggest the brain dance treatment provides beneficial support for synaptic function. Please refer to subsequent reports for detailed summaries of the findings. Interesting. Repeat, jeez. From Jean-Paul to Yolanda. If you read Kuzma's email, congratulating Yarwin, Eugene must have been very pleased with her strides. I'm not surprised. I mean, she cozies up with that cop. That cop then suddenly gets an NCPD contract. What a coinky dink. Exactly. So suggesting that she's slept with someone. Yeah, that's the number 91 again. That's the stairwell. Alright, River, I've had an extensive look around. Interesting. Symbols in dreams, electric sheep, and unicorns. Dossier. Anthony Harris, probability of being found, 10 to 20%. Is that a Blade Runner reference? Electric sheep. I guess we check out the nursery room. Take the children's playing cards. Right, Goosenov. Respiration and intercellular spaces. The theory of imperil, though overly simplistic and never formulated along the lines required by modern scientific inquiry, is in fact useful as a general principle. Scientists today are all too ready to consign visionaries of previous ages to the dustbin of history simply because they deal with questions of spirituality. I'm a bit guilty of that, to be honest. Putting them supposedly at odds with contemporary theories. 2. If indeed a person has a self, how can we therefore doubt that the self affects the body? If it exists, then it must exercise influence. In fact, this was proven only a few weeks ago by a group of scientists at the University of Toledo. A study conducted on laboratory mice showed a correlation between regular meditation and a 20% increase in lifespan. Bibliography. The Fatal Effects of Modern Shamanism and Sensational Mice in Toledo. Interesting. Yeah, you can't. You can, I suppose, be guilty of dismissing certain ideas that have come about in the past because they're thought of in a different paradigm when religion had a stronger influence over just general societal thinking. What else have we got in here? Smart glass, a BD wreath.
Hey, River! Think I got it!
Found something?
Not yet.
Anthony Harris. Let's try these drawers.
Say, River, why not just have a janitor crack a door for you?
Can't risk getting scolded for sniffing around somebody else's case.
Oh!
Yowen!
What are you doing here? You got kicked off the force.
What?
Just suspended, actually.
What did she mean by that?
He hasn't told you?
Yowen, please, listen to me.
Are you in enough trouble already?
Harris kidnapped my nephew.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But we store evidence here, and we have strict protocols.
Come on.
Protocols. Talking about his nephew's life here. A child's life.
This is an ongoing police investigation. Go, please. Get out now!
Listen, you work with badges, right? You know what they're like. Feed them analysis, they'll shit out failure.
This type of thinking is the very reason we live in a lawless city.
Lawless? Remember your first med school exam? You know the one. Passed it with flying colors. Gotta remember it. Ladies' room erupted in flame. They evacuated everybody for 2 hours.
I cannot believe you would throw that in my face. I never wish to see you here again. Especially you. This man, he only takes. He never gives anything back.
River and I get along, we're friends.
Uh,
Hasn't let me down yet.
Huh. I thought us friends too.
That why you're refusing to help him out?
Harris's dream, BD. Where is it?
He isn't dreaming.
What? Why?
A bullet damaged his cerebral cortex. We get only dissonant urges. Pieces.
Panam, is that you? I'll be the judge of this. Now, in the emails we just read,
Come on, V.
we heard that Yarwin had cozied up to someone from the NCPD and she's got approval for something, so that might be River, I guess. Maybe they're there used to be an item or something.
I'd like to...
Try audiovisual stimulation.
But he isn't on the spectrum.
A favorite song or movie helps you reach the kids. Might be worth a try.
I am aware of the similarity. Hypothalamus stimulation and hormone production. But Harris is not a child. I have never tried the procedure on an adult.
Why?
Any reason you haven't?
Well, we read about mature brains
Because,
and developing
unlike
brains.
River, I went to med school and studied neuroscience. And not by reading about it over someone's shoulder on the metro.
Let's try again.
Let's try it.
We don't even know his preferences.
I'll find something. I mean you're willing to try?
Just go. I'll open the front door for you.
Let's ride, V. I know exactly where to start.
Oh God!
Say, by the way, what do you know about biochips? Arasaka's relic in particular.
Well, it's designed to store a person's neural engram. Sorry. Just imagine copying over a person's memories and personality.
Right, I get that. I'm more curious what happens if the stored engram overwrites the engrams of the chip carrier.
Overwrite? I'm not even sure that's possible. Why do you ask?
Nah, never mind.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. Thanks.
Alright. Where is it? Is it in the building? Must be, because this isn't the way out. Wait, what? Where do you want me to go? Oh, River's car. Oh man, this wasn't the easiest way out at all. Damn it! River! Yeah, we really don't know River well enough to kind of stick up for him like we did, but we've got to prioritise his nephew, right? Oh no! Got something to tell me, man?
Okay. Let me hear it.
Yeah, didn't tell me you were suspended.
Lost your badge. Didn't tell me about it. Why?
I don't know.
Makes you a bit of a lead head, doesn't it?
That'd do. It's just, it's not easy for me to talk about what's biting at my ass.
Yeah, but you asked me
Fair
for help.
enough. Could tell me where we're headed, though.
To Joss's. Randy's mom. She thinks he just ran away from home. For now, keep the kidnapping between us.
Alright. Can you tell me anything about Randy?
Tell me about Randy. What kind of kid he is.
Petty theft, drugs, running away from home. That kind.
Alright.
Cop uncles really see the best in ya.
There are people who always find their way into trouble. Randy's one of them.
What about his dad?
Where's Randy's dad?
Been a few years since he got popped. Gang war.
Huh. Great role model.
Josh was left alone with 3. But she's as tough as weathered leather.
Came Harris?
Gonna tell me why we aren't trying to find Harris's apartment?
That's a house. And I doubt he's keeping his victims in his basement. And besides, we are trying. Want to see if we can find some connection to Harris at Randy's.
Pretty weak lead.
Best we can hope for just now.
Yawen?
Not worried Yawen's gonna toe the line? Rat you out to her superiors?
Used to be friends. Doubt she'd do that. Plus, not that I'd use it, but I do know one skeleton she'd prefer remain tucked in her closet.
Alright. Think she'll help? On the other side, though?
I think Yawen will actually help us, all things considered.
Yeah. These tiffs of ours always end up the same way. I'll tell you about it over a beer sometime.
Yeah, let's just concentrate on Randy, mate.
Really out of focus on finding Randy now.
Of course.
No, not me. Not me.
What? Oh, this again. Leave me alone, little drone. And we're here again. This is where we met Panam. This is where the animals were, right? Yeah, that's where the animals are, or were. There's still animals there. I didn't take everyone out. Okay, fair enough. Where are we going? Yeah, this leads to the Badlands. What the hell? Where are we going, River? It must be right on the city limits here. Ah, okay. Run down little town here on the edge of the city, I guess. Red Peaks. Trailer park. Okay. Okay.
All right,
well,
this is it.
yeah.
Sure been a while. Used to come over every weekend, a long time ago.
And changed it all since?
Places like this never change.
Hmm.
Lovely neighborhood. Mwah.
Yeah. Come on, dude, go! Go! Thank you. Aquarium.
River. You either got business with me or news about my Randy. Wouldn't drag your butt out here if you didn't.
Joss, meet V.
Hello?
So V, is this about my Randy?
Yes.
Randy's been taken.
Why didn't you call?
Joss,
Throw a blanket over the truth, like always.
I should have kept quiet.
Police caught the guy, but he caught a bullet and he's in a coma being watched.
She deserves to know.
But where's Randy?
We don't know yet.
We're looking, Joss.
Here?
Yeah, it's not gonna help.
Arguing's not gonna help anyone.
He's my child. You got no place telling me how to behave.
Joss.
Yeah, we need to look for clues.
Listen, we need to look through Randy's things.
Why?
To find any lead we can. Trust me, Joss.
Just don't destroy anything. Randy doesn't like it when anyone pokes through his stuff.
Let's go, V.
The kids are playing outside. Tell them it's time to eat.
Sure. She's not in a good place. Just Kutcher. Aftermath of the Great
That's the
Nomad
trailer.
Tragedy.
Eyes peeled for details, eh?
Wait a minute, where are the kids? Oh, there they are.
Uncle River!
Monique, Dorian. Hey, guys.
Is this your girlfriend?
Just a friend.
Uh-oh.
You gonna stay over?
We'll see. Your mom's waiting for you with dinner.
Well, get any ideas, kids? I guess I have to do all the hard
This
work.
is their old trailer. Randy moved in when I bought him a new one.
Ah, fair enough.
Real hellhole. Like in my good old days.
You check around, I'll check the trash.
You're going to check the trash. Alright, there's quite a lot of stuff around here. Randy's antique.
Got some
key.
kind of key here. Real fossil.
Not quite what we're looking for, no.
Get high at home. These days, when the police have so much more to worry about than whether kids are smoking special cigarettes, when designer drugs can be bought on any corner, we say back to the basics. Why line producers and dealers' pockets when you can make your own concoctions in the comfort of your own garage? In the following chapters, we'll give you quick, easy to follow recipes for your favourite boosters. It's fun! Record player, guitar. Made from mahogany and spruce. 2069. Strings are loose, hasn't been used for a while.
Can still see the nicks from those first years we measured the kids.
Device, excellent disc, scratched audio file, fanatic of dark music styles, top grade record player. Oh yeah, the lines on the wall. Alright. Door number 1 is the bathroom. A lot of pills here.
Drugs?
Let's not go there.
Society's fault.
Hmm. What have I missed? Or is that just these things?
Left his favorite hoodie in the closet.
Alright.
Tainted Overlord.
Favorite band.
You know him well.
He used to send him an album every year for his B-Day.
Okay. Got a few things to look at here. Yeah, let's steal his life savings. Why not? Dear mother departs. The all die quietly, their dry hands giving a faint rustle as they fall for the last time. They tend to depart this world in November at the darkest hour of the night, when dawn seems just as far off as the spring that will never return. They leave little behind, a small stack of last century's newspapers, a few chipped cups, clothes already smelling of the casket. Under their closed eyelids flits a muted kaleidoscope of memories, flashing by in no particular order. They die with their gaze fixed on the hardening diorama of a long life that, in its final moments, always seems to have been far too short. Well. Yeah. Okay, we got something under the desk.
Some kind of game here. Shipping code on it.
What's the clue? So I guess the thing that's under the bed, yeah?
Expensive tech. Randy had the scratch for this?
You're joking.
Latest gen tech. Yeah, sometime today, River. How heavy can a laptop be? It looks pretty heavy, to be fair.
No chance Randy could afford hardware like this. Way too pricey. We gotta get in, but I doubt anyone knows the password. Can you crack it?
Level 20 netrunner here, buddy.
Let me give it a shot.
Yes. 91C. 9C. Piece of cake.
Eureka.
Help me scour this, will you?
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's start with the basic stuff, the messages. Sorry, from Anthony to Randy to be Randy.
They caught Harris in a vehicle like that.
Dude, what? I've not even read it yet.
Blockaded street. Shit, River, I remember that day. He lives close to an old school.
I meant to call. Sorry. Spent half the day sitting in my Thornton. Police had also had all of Watson blocked off. Interesting, and I was stuck in traffic for hours trying to cross town. I kind of live in an area where I used to go to school, but it looks all different now, so trying to find ways past all those jams made it easy to get all turned around. Okay, so this means it's only a few weeks ago, right? Hope you're not mad. Randy to Anthony. Hey, no problem. I needed to help my mum anyway, etc, etc. Do you have anything ready at your place? Everything ready at your place. Almost. Okay, so he's in contact with Anthony Harris. I just wanted to say thanks.
True angel of empathy, this guy, huh?
I just wanted to say thanks. Guess in general, I'm just holding onto the thought that there are more people like me out there dealing with the same shit. Why are you helping us anyway? I used to be like you. Like all of you. I wasn't spared any of life's cruel twists and turns. Worst of it was when my best friend died. Shit, sorry to hear that. Can I ask what happened? Rare muscle disease. His body just got weaker and weaker until he was a shadow of himself. I wanted to help him more than anything, but there was just no possible way I could. Of course, anyone who could help he couldn't afford. If he just had the means, he could have bought some super drug or new body, or I don't know. Worse luck than the disease was being born into a poor family anyway. That's why I do what I do. I couldn't help my best tune, but just maybe there are some people out in the world I can help. Oh, this is like really dark, man. Like grooming, isn't it? You know, he understands his problems, he can help.
Figured out Randy's identity. Sent him the game as a present.
The one you found in his drawer?
The same. Shipping code suggests the prick sent it from the Badlands.
Ah. Hey, I hope you don't mind, but I used my admin privileges to find you in real life. That is your home address. Sorry, I hope it's not too weird, but I had a good reason. There's a gift on its way. A game called Big Trouble in Haywood. You know it? Anyway. Hope you like it, have fun. I'm token again.
This guy baited Randy like a pro.
Yeah. I'm token again. Sorry, I don't know why I keep doing it. I guess I'm just a piece of shit. You're a perfectly normal person, Randy. You're just like anyone with a organic heart still beating in their chest. Remember, I'm always here to talk, to understand you, to help you. I know you'll recover from this like you always have. Jeez. Oh, this is from someone else. From Natalie to Randy. Thanks for yesterday. The city from up on that tower looked so beautiful. Honestly, I felt speechless, though maybe that's just because I don't love heights. Really, it was nice. But maybe next time I take you into the city, head to Japantown, grab a bite. You'll love it once you see it. And oh my god, the restaurant my aunt takes me to sometimes. So Nova. Just let me know. Love you, cutie. Yeah, of course. I had fun too. About this restaurant, we'll see. Not sure I'll have time. Hard to promise anything, so we'll see. Hey, you know you don't have to worry about Eddie's. We already talked about this. Just let yourself be invited to something nice for once. Love you. Okay, so he was starting to push away someone who actually cared about him. What do you say?
River, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
No. There's no way. Why would he do that?
Not only did they agree to meet, but it looks like Randy was as excited as any kid on his way to a theme park.
Fuck. This creep definitely scrambled Randy's head.
Tell you what, I think your site's really Nova. I think I'm ready to finally meet up in person, same time and place you wrote before, because man, I just can't wait now. That's right, same as we agreed. It makes me happy to hear you're happy. Just one tiny request, delete that first email I sent, just in case. Don't want anyone sniffing around something that doesn't concern them. Jeez. Anthony, I understand. I didn't have a normal family either. My mum died young and my dad, he just tried to give me a future. Wasn't easy though, to make a living on the farm once the cattle pestilence took hold. Eventually it all just fell out beneath his feet. The cattle, the business, deep depression took his life. I tell you this so you know you're not the only one who's lost a father. I understand you so well. The only real difference is that it was nomads that stole your dad from you, and for me it was corrupt corpse and their dirty money grabs. That's why I hide all my activity from the corpse. Trauma team and Biotechnica will be all over me in a second if they knew what I got up to. But I don't have to explain all that to you, Randy. You get it. I know you'll keep all this just between us, Tumbers. Stay strong, buddy. I know you got it in you. This is really depressing to read. This is pretty fucked.
Natalie must have been the only person Randy trusted.
Can we view this page with a link?
Hey Nat, check out the site Drugs Are Bad. When you're there, click on the image, the red one with the people in it. The hell is this? Some kind of cult? Like, how do you even find this? Just cruise in the net, doesn't matter. What link? From Gale to Randy. Hey, you won't answer my texts, you won't answer my hollows. Still alive, man. I have a special delivery for you from a Valentino tune of mine. You just gotta pick it up. Anyone in Haywood would give both kidneys for this thing, and I'm still holding it for you free of charge like some gonk. Do me a favour and answer, because I'm starting to get pissed. Valentinos, that's not good. Okay. We've got a video of a farmer.
Something deeply fucked about that cartoon.
Yeah.
My skin's crawling.
And like a feeder thing for the cattle. Looks kind of like Dr. Robotnik, right? Volume 1 of the Blades of Doom trilogy, Chapter 1, Ghosts of Ancestors' Salvation, by Randy Kutcher. Silhouette of a gaunt female figure began to take shape among the ebb of the inky fog. By its long braid, the woman held a severed head. Only one eye socket clearly visible. Decay had already long begun to melt the face's flesh, exposing the white bone underneath. The other side fared much better. Then, without uttering a sound, the woman shifted her gaze to pierce the eyes of the weary warrior. "Come kill me, I am ready for death," she shouted with a cold intensity, prepared to meet her end at last. I wonder if that's about his mother. Wow. Genius or psychopath? Black metal has produced countless charismatic characters, but the uniqueness of Aidan Burroughs, known also by monikers Namar and Balberith, is perhaps in a class of its own in the genre. Vocalist, guitarist, bassist, songwriter, ideologue. Some call him a genius, others a fucking psychopath. When a person like Burroughs becomes defined by polar extremes, it's no wonder when he begins to arouse curiosity outside the metal world. There's no diminishing the lasting mark he's left in black metal, but even music more broadly. Most agree he was the driving influence for a new wave of metal artists and bands, like Tainted Overlord, who managed to claw their way up from the bowels of metal hell to the almost mainstream music scene. Where was this link you were talking about? Let's have a look.
Some kind of link. The one Randy wrote about?
Yeah, he said click on the
find out.
Click on the people. Drugs are bad. It's never too late to change. Addiction can be defeated, yes. To fight addiction is to go to war for your life, but together, hand in hand, we can emerge victorious. We know who the enemy is, how to outsmart him, his tricks and unexpected blows. We know where he strikes, how much force he uses, his weak points, and how to drive him back. For years, we've been researching the most effective strategies to fight drug addiction. Now we're putting them in practice. Together we can change your destiny, because it's never too late to change. Who we are. We're the only non-profit organisation in Night City that helps drug addicts. We assist in diagnosing addictions, understanding their causes, and finding the right treatment for everyone. After the treatment is complete, it's all about making sure our innovative wellness and support program does everything it can to prevent a relapse. If you're in a dark place in your life, we're offering you a helping hand. You can trust us. So I guess this is how we found Randy. Our mission: we save lives. Drug overdose deaths are steadily on the rise. There's nothing less than an epidemic that's just decimating our society. And young people, most of all. If we continue to ignore what's right in front of us, thousands of young people will die within the next decade. We won't let this happen. We hope you won't either. Stay clean. Beating addiction is only the first step. For most, the real challenge is what happens after your treatment. Suddenly you have to go back to your normal life, but normal meant using regularly. The streets being what they are, it's easy to fall back into old habits. We can always help you stay clean and support you for as long as you need. You'll always be able to come to us for help. Together we'll stay clean and undefeated. Contact us, and then we need to click on this image.
A hidden page set up by Anthony Harris.
Christ. Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Welcome to Tony's Haven. The place you've been looking for. The place where you can become the best version of yourself thanks to Tony. I live here with my friends. They came here because they were fed up with seeing their life go to waste just like you. Think of me as a farmer who looks after his livestock. Get acquainted and stick around. Together we'll show those old farmers what we're capable of. No idea what I'm talking about. Don't worry. I'll explain everything in good time, but it's time for you to decide. Do you want to remain a shadow of yourself or become the person you always dreamed of being? Come down. Join us.
Jesus, River, this is fucked. That guy preyed on troubled kids, made habit to target boys like Randy.
This is my fault. If I just paid more attention.
No, it's not. You're not his
just
father.
Just talked with him more.
Hey, come on. You're not the one at blame here.
I know who you are. You're the boy that's been rejected by society, left to fend for himself, misunderstood by his family and deprived of real friends. I was once like you. You can stay here as long as you like because you just found your new home. I have a secret, special treatment that'll not only get you back on your feet but will also free up that weight from your mind and shoulders, make you limitless. Everything you need to bust out of your shackles, you'll find them in my haven. You'll become superhuman, resistant to sickness, strong, healthy, invincible. But before we do that, how about we get to know each other first? Shoot over a message at Anthony34@nightcitydrugsabad.pub. Remember, you're one of the chosen ones.
There was a file here.
Deleted, looks like, but the name's still there.
That name?
Yeah.
Wasn't the video file on Randy's comp called something like that?
Yes. This.
Hey, look. The name of this cartoon matches the missing file on Harris's page.
That's what we needed to find for Yawin. V, we've got it.
Randy must have downloaded it.
Sure, but V, don't you get it? This could be the key to Harris's mind.
Here's hoping.
Hey, can you use any of that Netrunner magic to shake anything else out of this?
Oh. Absolutely.
Could try to pin Anthony's IP address.
Boom.
Got it. Afraid I can't do much more, though.
Perfect.
That cartoon, River, could be what we've been looking for. Said yourself we need something that'd get Harris to dream. Send it to Yawin.
Right. Sending it now. Okay. Says she'll get back to me by morning. And that I am a son of a bitch. And, come on. Let's grab a bite.
Sure. Wow, this is seriously messed up, man. Right, guys. I'm actually going to leave that episode there. We'll pick this up next time. Hopefully, Yarwin will send us some deets back to help us. Yeah, that's just kind of... It's really dark, isn't it? But we need to try and understand Anthony Harris, right? We need to try and understand what's going on with him, why he's doing what he's doing. Can't look at this as a black and white situation, I guess. I don't know. I think in all cases of abuse like this, whatever form of abuse it is, there's no... You have to try and not look at it in terms of good and, good and evil. You have to try and establish cause, right? Because no one does these kinds of things on a whim, right? All I mean is, like, abuse tends to be a consequence of abuse, is what I mean. So I guess we'll just have to try and see where this goes and understand its origins. So, wow, I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Leave me a like if you did. Just remember, everyone, never trust and uncrate. See you next time.